What is going on, everybody? We are live per usual. We're at the office. It is a Saturday. If you guys are not subscribed, we go live every single weekday and on weekends when I feel like I want to go live. Obviously, professionalism is at its utmost respect. I'm trying to take off my freaking jacket. Sorry about that for all the shaking and everything else. Just wanted to go live before I ate my lunch. A nice little ensalada. That's Spanish for salad. That's 4 years right there. Just wanted to go live for a couple reasons. Number one is that we're actually going to be upgrading. Already been talking about that, so that's not a big deal. Number two is it is a beautiful Saturday here in New York City, aka it is raining. So what does that mean? There's actually statistics. Let me just put it on its stand. There's actually statistics that they took from Twitter is that people's reactions are very close to the weather and when there's vacations. Vacations like Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, New Year's, things like that, where as you approach a holiday, the emotions on Twitter, in other words, happy, you know, they use trigger words like I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling glorious, I'm feeling elated, I'm feeling excited, things like that. And then downer words, which obviously are I'm feeling down, depressed, mad, angry, jealous, things like that. Those are two separate categories. Is that over millions of accounts, millions of tweets, I should say, is that they have this ebb and flow of the year and of the weather. So it's been raining here in New York City for a while. It's supposed to be springtime. It's about 52, 53 here in New York City. Why do I bring all this up? So I just came back from an appointment here in downtown. I'm a real estate agent, in case you guys are new to the listening of all of this. And the person I was talking to, she's been a good friend for many years. I actually met her through a friend, went out on a date, didn't work out, but we remained in touch. She's a great person. And she's looking to buy a place, very nice place that we were seeing in Soho. And it was, so she's having problems with the place that she's living with right now. So we get into her car and she's driving me up to work. And she starts going into it, and obviously she's having problems with the co-op. So there, reaches a point where then we park outside of work and she continues. And literally we're sitting in her car 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. And she's just complaining and talking about this problem, that problem. There's water damage, there's beehives, and there's da-da-da. And then after a while, it's kind of one of those things is that I understand there needs to be some kind of venting, a little bit of venting. I sort of understand that, a little bit. But once it starts getting to the point where you say, oh my God, this is a lot. So this is the way that you can deal with it. Number one is do not accept it into your internal psyche. What is that? What do I mean by that? So I mean by do not, and maybe we could even turn on the light. Do not internalize this. So internalizing means someone starts complaining, you start nodding your head and you start agreeing, you start really getting into the conversation. That means your body is accepting negativity. Your body is open to the negativity. Don't even go there. Don't even go there, okay? So when you go to negativity, more negativity finds you, okay? So she's having a problem with her co-op. She's also having a problem with her car, with her contractor in New Jersey. She's having a problem finding a place, and it just manifests, okay? So I'm on the receiving end of a conversation. So this is what I told her. So this is what you do live while you're talking to someone that's negative. You just say yes, but you don't believe it. You say a very insincere yes. It sounds really bad. What's going on, Erwin? How we doing? It's a very insincere yes. So say someone's going into it and they're just really bothered and angry and everything else. You just go, yeah. No, understandable, of course, yeah. And it seems insincere, and it is insincere. And the reason being is that if it affects you, then that energy, which she just gave you, you accepted the negativity. Now you are projecting that onto the world. Now you are going throughout your day that way, okay? So someone like that I know is negative more often than not, okay? If you had a sliding scale from 0 to 10, she's probably like a 6.5. And I love it, thank you. She's like a 6.5. And the reason she's a 6.5 is that more than 50% of the time, she's negative, which is not good. She's talking about back spasms. She's so young, she shouldn't be having back spasms. The reason she has back spasms and continues to have back spasms is because of built up energy in your body. We are all energy. I'm not going to get any woo-woo, but that's that's known as physics, okay? So we're all energy. And when you have built up energy in your body, that manifests into pain, disruption in your body, back problems, leg problems, back, lower back, upper back, shoulder, neck problems, and it manifests somewhere in your body, okay? So that's the thing, is that when someone actually is giving you this negativity, okay, you have the choice to either accept or reject this. Very important. You have the choice to accept or reject this. So what am I talking about? I'm saying that while she's saying this, I'm in her presence, because we're in a car, but I am choosing not to accept this. I'm choosing by, yeah. But if I got into it and I was a sponge, so I was more of a mirror, okay? I was mirroring, or she would send it to me and then I mirrored it back and I just went, yeah. No, of course, yeah. But if I was a sponge and I took that in, that means I'm now taking her energy, I'm taking her pain, her bitching and moaning and complaining, and putting it into my body and then sending it out. You activate your mental wall to block what she's saying. Exactly. I got to tell you, it takes a lot of practice, but what's amazing is now I can actively engage my energy to either meet the energy I want to meet, or I don't even get involved. So if someone has really good, high, energetic, enthusiastic, funny energy, of course that's fun to get involved in. It's also fun to get involved in is drama within the office, within friends, within politics, within anything else. And though both are fun, but the drama is more fun because our body wants to know what's going on, because that's survival. We want to know if there's anything that we should be aware of, okay? So it's easy to get involved in the drama, but now you carry that around, okay? It's worse because that manifests, that compounds, that also has momentum, and then you carry that throughout your day. What's going on, Chris? How we doing? You then carry that throughout your day, your week, your month, your year, and then you wake up one day and you say, wow, why is my life this way? Holy shit. So when you're engaging in a conversation that you cannot leave, I was in her car, you can mirror back, not mirror her like you're selling techniques, but she gives it to you, you give it right back. You just go, yeah. Someone that's enthusiastic, you bring in that energy, and then you could project that energy, okay? So the example that I gave, obviously, so I left the car, and I had to go get my nice ensalada, which I'll show you right now. So beautiful, just absolutely, look how nice that looks. Absolutely, and then obviously we're gonna go into Erwin's favorite right here. Here's the kombucha. So it's one of those things that, the reason I say all this, and someone actually wrote a comment, not actually wrote a comment, there's a lot of comments that come on the video, but one of the comments actually, he was talking about, what was he talking about? Maybe drinking more water or leaving energy, or not leaving sugar or something else. The reason that I'm addicted to healthy foods or energy is because I know how it makes me feel if I'm not at a 10, if I'm not at an 8, if I'm not at a 7. I woke up this morning, dude, my creativity juices were flowing. I was writing shit on a piece of paper. It was a fucking mess when I was done with it. But I had so many good ideas. I was like, actually, when I do a market report, I'm gonna send it over here. I'm gonna make an infographic. Then I make a blog post. And then I started connecting all these things. And the only way you could get to that point is by eating well, by exercising, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But it's also these conversations. It's the people you surround yourself with. I am going to have negative people in my life because of the work I do, okay? I sell things to people. People use me for buying and like my job is people. But if you cannot regulate your emotions, if you cannot regulate how to distribute and to accept energy, you're fucked. Because it's so easy to get involved. I'll give you the last example is I was going around on Facebook, and like once every 2 or 3 weeks, I always, when I open Facebook to tag myself in the photo so it comes up on my profile, when I go into the search bar or whatever the fuck it is, I don't know. I don't know how to. I'm so glad I don't know how to navigate the app. But the news comes up, and then I don't even click on the news because I know you can easily get sucked into it. So with my addictive personality, I don't even look at the news. But once every 2 or 3 weeks, I'll click on it, whatever. But I can easily click out of it. That's the difference. I can easily click out of it because I know I'm getting sucked in. And I like hearing the comments, not for the fact of whatever. I don't even read the news article. I just want to know where people are at. People feel, this is the thing, I'm going to get really deep for a second. People feel that they make a difference in their Facebook comment. They feel that engaging with a complete stranger and saying, this is my point of view, this is why I'm right and you're wrong. They feel that they're actually doing something. They actually feel that their life is worth something. And it's really funny. Happy, nice to see you on this Saturday. Absolutely. They actually feel that what they're doing is making a difference. Okay? I know Gary talks about this, and once I'm on the public circuit, the public speaking circuit, I cannot wait that we go back to back, because I'm going to refute this until I'm in my grave. And he talks about, it doesn't matter if people are out to lunch or dinner and they are not talking and they're on their cell phones. No, Gary, that is a problem. That is a problem. The same way that you talk about negativity, your phone is negativity. Your phone could be used as a great way to get your message out there, or it could be used as escapism, which leads to negativity, problems, bankruptcy, or in your relationship with your spouse. That's how it is. A hammer could be used to knock somebody unconscious, or it could build a house. It's the same thing with your phone. It's not just for positivity, okay? And I feel so strongly about that because I see it. He sees it too, but he sees it a different direction. That's the thing is, I understand where he's coming from. That it can be used to go live and talk to everyone that's on here, and it's amazing. But you have to understand that there is a way to have a conversation in a car where someone's very negative. There is a good way to do that, which is you don't actually believe them. It's like being on the elevator and you're like, oh, what a beautiful day out. They're like, yeah, it's so hot. Yeah, but it's sunny. You're getting vitamin D. You feel good and things like that. I feel sometimes his support for social media, a little influenced by fighting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone has a little bit of an ulterior motive. That's why personal development, self-development, whatever you want to call it, he's not into it because he thinks it's this woo-woo, snake oil, that's snake oil salesman, because there's a lot of people that are in it that are just to make money off of their audience. They're producing books just to make money off of it. What's his name? Brian Tracy, love the guy. But he's like, I've written 80 books. If you're writing books to write books, awesome. But are you a Brian Greene where you're making unbelievable amounts of research to pump it out, or are you just doing it? A lot of people just, everything Gary says. Yeah, I think it's at the point because he's so new and so original, where he's pushing the envelope on daily vlogging, against media and things like that. It's not about the message. It's about what you take away from the message and apply to your life, and you don't even question it. That's the thing. I'm at the point where, there's so many things that were instilled in me when I was younger. Just like you. There was instilled about money, society, how you treat people. Do you open a door for a girl? Do you pay for them? I was with my stylist, my hairstylist. He's a gay man who obviously does guys and girls when he not does, but like his views on law of attraction. Exactly, yeah. By the way, what are his? I heard a little bit about his law of attraction, but what are his exact views? And I'll go into this story with my stylist. So I completely disagree with my stylist. He's a gay man that is going through a divorce with his husband. And he also, styles women's hair. And this one girl was bitching about his 2016 Kona was kind of good. Yeah, very good. Very good. That was my first inkling of holy shit. Wow, we're a media company. We're a content producing company. So there's things that I say that you disagree with. It's not saying my word as gospel, it says, okay, what about this do I agree with? And then you try it out, and is it good or is it bad? Maybe, so I tried out being really enveloped in everyone's conversation, then I said, actually being enveloped in a conversation that's negative is not good. That's why I push it away and I do not accept it. And I go, yeah, oh, you're having a tough time with the neighbor. Yeah, understandable. And it comes off as insincere, and that's the exact way I want it, because if I take that in, then I spread it out, and I don't want her bullshit. My body is very free of energy blocks, okay? Energy builds up, and then that manifests into physical things like cancer, diabetes, clogged arteries, things like that. Back, I already talked about it. You have to be able to free that. And as a guy, as a man, masculinity is so important to unleash that. So I unleash that at the gym every single day. And I put my hard work into it. And I literally, there's times where I'm grunting and going, because I'm so exhausted, but I'm releasing that built up energy. I'm releasing what we need as men to release. We need to release that energy that's built up, because we sit down all day and we're getting complained at, we're getting stressed out at, and everything else. And you can either choose to accept it or not. And this is the same thing with women, is that women are being forced to do things that they may not want to do. Guys are being forced to do things that they may not do. You have to have your outlet to release that energy. So mine is through physical, tough workouts and playing hockey. That's how I got rid of it. That's how I get rid of it. Some people could play a violin and just release that energy. For a girl, it could be vacationing. A lot of girls, they release their pent up stress and emotions and everything else by going on a vacation. Majority of girls do that. Majority of guys need to get into some physical activity to just release that. I've already told about this story. The guy that I go biking with, he unfortunately builds up his energy. And it's usually in his back, he says. And it manifests somewhere. That's why you should always find out, where does it feel a little bit weird? So he was having these issues with his roommate. And for a year, yeah, mine is boxing, perfect. For a year, he was having problems with his roommate. And then in 1 week, he snapped. Just snapped. And his roommate was like, whoa, where did that come from? But that was a year in the making. It's the same thing in a relationship. It wasn't about the trash being taken out today. It wasn't about you can't find the remote. It wasn't about the dishes that are dirty. That was one entire year of actually trying to be nice, not cause any ripples, not say how you really want to say and do the things you want to do, in conflict, avoiding conflict. Okay, so that happened over a year. It built up. And then he released it one day. It was like, fuck you. He just went crazy and released all this energy. And it was obviously through all these things on Impact Theory. That was really good. Unbelievable. Unbelievable episode. Yeah, he was great. He was raw. He was engaging. So my buddy Jeff, who released all this energy, within 1 week, he lost 8 pounds. And he didn't even change his diet, didn't even change his workout routine. He released all this pent-up aggression. Over the 1 year that he's been literally holding it and storing it in his back, he lost 8 pounds. That's insane. But if he kept on it and he did not release it, that turns into, you don't even want to talk about it. Also, ML is going to be an Impact Theory next. That's awesome. I love it. So I got to eat my salad. It's getting obviously a little bit soggy, which is not the best for a salad. Hope you guys learned a little bit. Leave your comments below. We're going to be talking about shampoo and everything, hopefully from a better, I brought my, talking about masculinity. I brought my drill, so we're going to be going into the wall to hang the camera, hang my iPhone, and do all the good things that are going to be coming with it. I know, Erwin, I think you just did something, or you said something. Blah, I guess not. I feel support from that was later on. All right, guys, if you guys have any questions, leave in the comments below. Obviously, hit that bell notification. We go live whenever Charles feels a little fired up, like right now. Have an awesome weekend. See you guys on Monday. Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday.